So guys, here's a mindset that I think a lot of us should adapt to. I think it's very crucial sometimes for you to take some time to understand how you prevail or how you perceive things in this life, right? Because really, truly, a lot of people are each and every day conquering and, hitting big accomplishment, and oftentimes we look at it and we think, that'll never be me because this person, probably was born like that, or they are always like that, they've always been like this. This is a mindset thing here. Like really truly, a lot of things that happen in life oftentimes has all to do with how we perceive the things, right? So here's what I want you guys to do, right? I want you to adapt to a new mindset, to shift your mindset from where it is right now, probably a fixed mindset, to a growth mindset. And let me explain that a bit further. Why do you think a lot of people out in this world are out there achieving their goals, hitting their goals over and over again? Why do you think is that? Why some people seem to be more successful than others? And it's not because they were born that way. It's not because they're special. It's not because it's natural to them. It is not just things. I know it's very easy for you to say, oh well, this guy looks very natural, or the way that he does these things comes naturally to them. Like you might say that, but that doesn't mean you cannot do that, right? So I want you to have this mind shift where you stop, putting yourself in this particular box that everything in your life or the way you are or how you are right now is meant to be that way and you cannot change it. That's not true. So let's take our focus from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, because that would allow us to start seeing things slightly more a bit different, right? So a person with a fixed mindset, guys, it's actually very simple. What they tend to do, they tend to avoid challenge. Why would you put yourself in a position where you have to challenge yourself? Well, because that way you don't have to change. You don't have to think otherwise. You just tell yourself, well, I'm not good enough at doing X, Y, Z. Therefore, I'll just stay here. Why would I challenge myself to get up at 5 a.m. every morning? That's not me. That's you already putting yourself in a box by saying things like that, If it's better for you to say, well, I might not be good at this yet, but I can definitely work on that, give it a shot and see how you feel about it. Because everything that we have in life is all growth. You will get better and better as time goes through. So don't give up so early. And again, people with fixed mindset, giving up is so easy for them. Even if they start something, right? And they get halfway through it, I give up. This is not for me. This is not for me. Like, man, you gotta be persistent. That's one of the brilliant thing about having a growth mindset is to be persistent, to understand that nothing happens from day one to day two. Nothing. It takes a while. It takes challenge. It takes persistence. It takes energy, effort. You don't just expect, and also you don't just say, nah, this can never be me. Whenever somebody give a feedback to someone with a fixed mindset, they always take it to heart. This is why most people with a fixed mindset, they never grow, because when they're in a relationship, it doesn't matter what's happening, they're always going to blame other people. They're always going to say, oh, it's their fault, they this, they that. They can never look within themselves. Like, guys, I want you to shift your mindset from this fixed mindset, shift it to more a growth mindset. Enjoy the challenge, embrace challenge. When someone says, I dare you, I challenge you to do X, Y, Z. I challenge you to get up every morning. I challenge you to go to the gym 5 days a week. I challenge you to do things. Embrace that. Take that as a way to grow, because that's how we grow, right? And the most important thing here as well, guys, once you're starting to challenge yourself, you gotta understand that nothing happens overnight. You gotta be persistent. You gotta be you have to have that hunger to keep on pushing it through. And do not be here thinking that the way you are today is fixed, because it's not, right? It's not. You cannot say that, oh yeah, I was born this way, that's why I'm so stubborn. No, you're making that choice now. You know what I mean? You gotta be aware of this. Don't let yourself fall into this position where you start to telling yourself, well, this is how I am, I can't really do much about this, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I can't really do this, I wouldn't put myself in that position. because I wasn't born this way. It's like, what kind of nonsense is that, right? We cannot have that mindset, guys. So just to recap, right? Someone with a fixed mindset, they often really truly avoid any type of challenge. They don't want to be in a position where they challenge themselves, because that takes them outside of that box, right? And second thing, they give up too easily. People that have a fixed mindset, they just give up. They're like, this is not for me, this is not for me, I'm out. And then one important thing is, people with fixed mindset, you can never criticize them. You can never give them a feedback. They'll take it to heart. They'll take it literally. Whereas people with growth mindset, they're the opposite. A growth mindset, right? Someone like me, I like to embrace challenges. Ooh, I'm not good at this yet. Let me try it. I'm not a runner, right? But I thought to myself, I like to go to the gym. Let me start doing more cardio. Let me try to get into this 5K. I've never done 5K in my life until this year. And it was a challenge, but I put myself in that position so I can embrace the pain and see what it's like. Now I run every bloody 2-3 weeks and I'm much better, and I can do 10 miles now, and eventually I will do a half marathon. That's one of my goals. That's just to say, guys, we're not fixed. I'm not fixed, at least, and you shouldn't be either. Embrace challenge, embrace that, be persistent. And when it comes to feedback, people with growth mindset, they listen. A friend of mine told me about my shoes. They told me about how I was running, the way I was stepping, and all that stuff. It was really interesting to hear that, because I never thought to myself running has this particular style. There's a way you should land your foot. There's a lot technical stuff there. But I listened to that. I was like, oh, okay, that's how you should do these things. So to help me become a better runner. So yes, with that said, guys, this is the kind of mindset you need to shift from wherever you are right now. Put it to the side, because that's how you become successful. That's how you become the person you want to be today. So today, this is your confirmation. Take some time to understand that you are not fixed. Everything within you can grow. It's a mindset shift you need to do right now, and that's about it, guys. But anyways, this is it for you guys, and then I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.